Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's TheKidEG, and I'm back again with another video. And today we're going to be just getting into the pre-game talks and everything that has to do with the pre-game, people's health, people who might be playing, people who might not be playing, what's going on. And yes, you guys can see the backdrop is the Leeds Stadium. What is it? Ellen Road? That's what it's called.
Ellen Road, yeah.
Yeah,
Ellen Road.
so that's what it is. And yo, I got my guy Kesh with me. Kesh, what's good, bro?
What's happening, bro? I'm good, man.
Chilling, man. You know what? He messaged me last night telling me, yo, this is some madness. I feel like we just need to get it out there so people know what our feelings is before the game. But yeah, if you guys already know the title of the video, yeah, you already know. If you're watching this, you already know the title of the video, and you can see that it's like this is a must-win game for us today. Like if we lose to Leeds, the meltdown is imminent, bro. Everyone's gonna go crazy. The fan base is gonna spiral into out of control. We already know what's going on. But yeah, that's just a quick little intro of what we're gonna be talking about today. And yeah, I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna cue that intro right now. What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen. EGTV, you already know. And if you're on your phone, it's even easier. Press that like button for me. And you know what? Subscribe while you're still here. And big up to everybody watching. Check out most of my content. I'll be throwing out more content every single day. So, yo, Kesh. This is what we got to look at. We got to look at the graphics. We got to look at what's going on. So yeah, I'm going to get right into it. So first things first, I know you don't care about these things, but obviously they're showing us the 5 best goals Arsenal ever scored against Leeds. Obviously, Bakary Sagné's goal from back in the day, that's one of the things they're talking about. And we're going to be playing them today at 4:30 at Ellen Road. Leeds versus Arsenal. Let's see the record. Arsenal is unbeaten in their last 5 away trips at Leeds, okay? Winning 4 of them, drawing 1. Obviously, it doesn't mean anything, but on aggregate, look at that, 15-4. Wow. Then you got this situation here. You got 9. What? We've won 9 of our last 11 Premier League games in the Yorkshire area. Only losing 2. Wow. Okay. Then another stat here. We're the only side to concede yet to concede from a set piece this season. No side has conceded such against Leeds. So there we go. Did you know we didn't concede a goal from a set piece yet this season?
No, wasn't aware of it. But it just goes to show that despite all the negatives that us fans are finding in this team, there are little positives there. But obviously, football is a winning game, so those things do often get overlooked.
There you go. Only Liverpool had 38. Had more high turnovers than Leeds. Leeds turned the ball over a lot. So from their high press, which is something to watch for. Patrick Bamford has 7 goals. Obviously, one of the leading goal scorers in the Premier League right now. And then the referees, Anthony Taylor. Ooh. I never like him. And then this is just the head-to-head rank, the head-to-head games against Leeds. 47 for us, 32 draws, 41 for them. You know what? It's quite close, actually, when you think about it.
It's quite close.
And then the kits that we're going to be wearing the purple kit. Obviously, we know their danger man is Patrick Bamford. Patrick Bamford is the guy who's going to cause everyone problems. And you said it, bro. He couldn't hit a barn door last year, but then this year he just turned into a monster. What happened?
Pookie happened, didn't it? That's what it is. Pookie happened. Like, I don't think it's a thing where he'll continue it throughout the season. I think he's just in a good patch of form. But we'll see how long he can keep out for. I do think he will struggle today against. I think if Leeds do have any impact on our goal, I don't think it will come through him.
Yeah, but their creativity from the midfield allows them to do some craziness. Yo, what's wrong with these people keep telling other people to subscribe to other channels? Chill the hell out, people.
Weirdos.
Like, I literally just blocked the guy.
Just
Yo,
let him do
Kirsten,
it. Just let him do it because anyone that really watches us, I don't really think they're gonna go running over to half the realists anyway. So let
no.
them crack on with it, man.
Yo, Kirsten, I'm gonna make you a mod. Can you deal with this?
They're weirdos.
Okay, so yo, Patrick Bamford, what's going on with this guy? How the hell did he get this good this season? Like, it just makes no sense.
I think we're over exaggerating it. Like he scored that hat trick, just right place. Obviously, his movement is good to get into the position to get the goals, but I don't feel he's been playing that well. Where I'm looking at the finer details, like he does not look that great. But
Hmm.
obviously, when you score goals as a striker, everyone's going to start overhyping you and making you feel that you're doing the greatest job that you can do. But as I said, I don't feel his form will continue throughout the season. And then that's where you're going to find Leeds having a problem where they're going to have to find a different solution. But obviously, they've got that Rafina guy who can play up top as well. So
Yeah, no, Patrick Bamford. Patrick Bamford has been sensational for them this season, netting 7 goals in 8 matches, including 19-minute hat trick against Aston Villa, a team that we lost to 3-0. Right, he finishes various ways, very effective, bringing the attack into and the midfield together. Now let's look at the opposition a little bit more. The man Marcelo Bielsa. Everyone's been talking about Marcelo Bielsa. I've never heard of a manager coming up from the Championship or just coming up from another division ever being so touted by everybody. This man is a man that Pep Guardiola trained under. This is a man who coached the Argentinian team, I think, that Atletico Bilbao team. He coached Monaco. This is a well-renowned manager. And you know what? I don't blame people saying he's a better manager than Arteta, because what do I have to back Arteta saying he's a better manager? When you have a resume like that, you can't really say, oh, this guy's better. It's
no,
just
he's been around the block. Like he's a manager who's been in football for a very long time. Like despite him getting Leeds to back to the Premier League, if you look at his CV, he's actually been a very credible manager way before this.
mm. My guy Will is saying it's overhyped. Bielsa's overhyped. He's a good coach.
But
Wow.
why is he overhyped though? I wouldn't say he's overhyped.
Hmm.
What's your reason for saying he's overhyped?
That's the question. Yeah, that's a good question. I think let's just read what it says. Leeds press their opponents energetically, effectively, and using the marksmen across the midfield to shut everyone down. They also attack in numbers, pushing multiple players into opposition's boxes uh, simultaneously, which often results in creating chances from overloads on far ends of the pitch. You know what? That is a good thing when we're playing out the back, but it also is a negative when we break that press and when we get past their first 5 men. Because if you don't know how Leeds play, their formation is a 4-1 DM, 4 in the across the middle, and then a 1. So once you get past the first 4 midfielders, you're facing 5-on-5 usually. And if you can do that, and you can leave your midfielders in, and you can leave your attackers in between that space between the 4 midfielders and the 4 defenders, we're always going to have a situation where we could have a Bamiyang running 1-on-1 against Ailing. And you were talking about Ailing. You're saying how you rate Ailing and the fact that he could be what do you call it, one of those former Arsenal guys to haunt us.
Aylin, I rated him back when he was coming through, but I just knew he was never going to be off that standard to play at Arsenal. At that time, I think he had, was it Gavin or Justin Oit just ahead of him on that right back position. Um, he was around the same time as the Mark Randall coming through and guys like that. So it's just a thing where he had to go out there and make a name for himself in the lower leagues and work his way up. Like he went to Yeovil. I remember keeping an eye on him back then, and I thought he was playing midfield at a certain point as well. But yeah, he's made a good career for himself, and now he's back in the Prem. So I think he was even on the bench for us in the Champions League, or he came on. I can't remember, quite a while back. But I think he's of good standards, and what he is, he's a character. Like he's got that passion, that will to win games and to dominate his opposition that's up against him. So we'll see how it goes today. He's got to have some motivation in this game.
True. And we're talking about Ailing if you just joined us. By the way, let's look at the team news. So for Arsenal, Elneny has COVID. He tested positive. Kolasinac tested positive for COVID. Partey has a thigh injury. Mari is still coming back from the ankle injury. And Martinelli is still coming back from the knee injury, although they're both in training, Mari and Martinelli.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Calvin Phillips, who is doubtful, but it looks like he could play this game. Rodri, who's coming back from COVID, but is also doubtful, could play this game.
Still, thing is, people say he's good as Pep. That's always going to be the case. It's like when Jose came up under Van Gaal and all that. Like, you know what I mean? That's always going to be there's always going to be a comparison from master to student. But then you have to understand who's been at a top team. Like, Casilla hasn't been at a top team like Pep like that. So, you know what I mean? Like, you got to give him some credit in it. I
Yeah,
think if he
true.
was to go to another top team, I think you'll find that he could match up to Pep.
True. Okay. Next you got these three guys here. I know Lorente, Forshaw, and how do you pronounce this guy's name?
Berardi.
Baradi. They're it looks like they're all out and they're not going to be doubtful at all. And then moving on to Arteta, we know about the situation at Arsenal. What did Arteta say prior to the Leeds game? He said they're going to go 100 miles per hour for every ball. They want the way they press you, the way they challenge you, the way they go about the game for 96 minutes. Wow. And he's bigging them up. I feel like it's almost like what Emery used to do when he used to big up the opponents. We used to. What do you think about this statement?
Um,
The nothing statement it's kind of
yeah,
gassing. I heard people saying, "Oh my God, why is he bigging up Leeds? He should be." But you know what? Any respectful manager is gonna
manager
go.
does that. Pep
Yeah,
does it. Everyone does it. Like, it's only that you got the likes of Jose Mourinho who likes to play that dark heart. Like, every other manager does that.
yeah. No, people are looking too deep into it, right? Now let's look at training pictures. You might see some things that you might be surprised about. Did you know how many guys trained? Everyone's back. Even some guys that you weren't expecting to be back were back. So first you got Leno, you got Cedric. They made a big thing about Cedric during the international break. He could be featuring this game. What do you think?
I'm all for it. I'm all
Yeah.
for it, but
Yeah,
honestly, I'm all for it.
over Ainsley.
It's not that I'll choose him over Ainsley, just anyone but better if possible. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
I'm not bothered who it is.
The thing about Cedric, bro, he hasn't really gotten too many first team chances. And what they're saying is, Arsenal released a statement on their website, and usually when they do stuff like that, it kind of means you're gonna play or something's going on, right? Because you've seen the Martinelli picture. They're kind of teasing us as fans when they do stuff like that. Next, you got Runnerson and Leno. They look like twins in this picture. It doesn't mean nothing though. I seen everyone getting mad seeing pictures of Lacazette training. Why does that trigger people? They want to drop that much that they don't want to see him training?
I don't think it was that. When I saw the picture, I looked at the little celebration, the Ronaldo-esque celebration. I was thinking, man, just train. That was not the time, innit? Just train, mate. You're not playing well, just train. I don't want to be seeing no Ronaldo-esque celebration.
Okay. People are starting to filter in. Everyone who's filtering in, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe.
When you're not
to the channel.
performing, you're always gonna have the magnified glass on you. That's what it is, isn't it? So I'll take nothing of it of people doing that.
Yo, I seen people nitpicking these pictures. Like they're looking at Rob Holding, they're like, look at his stance. Why is he doing that? I'm like, chill out.
Yeah, it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
They're like, as a defender, he should have done that against Ross Barkley. Why is he doing it now in training? I'm like, chill out.
We all know Odin's not at the standards, isn't it? That game's gone. We've done it now. We've criticised it. We moved on. Hopefully, we'll see a different lineup of different people in the back line. If not, we just have to get on with it, innit?
Yo, people need to drop the Reece Nelson the next Sancho agenda. Just chill. Let the guy play his football. He's not the next Sancho. At this point, he's not even the next. What do you call it? You know what he is right now? I would say he's in the same category as Sigurdsson, who went to not Sigurdsson. What's that guy that went to Germany on loan from Spurs?
Especially young.
He's like Session. He's one of those guys who have a lot of potential but have not reached it yet in the Premier League. Is Session killing it in Germany?
Not that I know of, no.
I haven't heard of him scoring or anything. I'm pretty sure Spurs fans would be celebrating if he did. It looks like Saka. Arteta was worried about Saka not playing too many games during international break.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to play?
I won't be surprised if Saka doesn't start.
Yeah, no. He played all 3 games, substituted in for Chilwell when he got injured also. So they only played 4 games, right? Or was it 3?
I think it was 3 in 8 days.
Yeah.
But today, this will make it 4 in, I think.
This is the picture that got you triggered.
Yeah.
This is the picture that got you triggered when he did that. Woo! Oh, man. Okay. We're going to scroll through these quick. No one wants to see Xhaka. I don't get the hate for Xhaka, man. I think he's a decent baller. I think he just frustrates people. He's not aesthetically pleasing. You know what I mean? That's what it is with him. Okay, this is the pictures that we're going to want to get into. Mari's back in training. And then, okay, and then this is the one that, look at his eyes, the hunger. You know what? I'm not putting pressure on Martinelli, bro. I'm not one of those guys who say Martinelli is going to save our season. But I just want to see him back in the team. And I feel like he is a difference maker. I'm not putting pressure on him at all. Whatever he can give us is better than what we already have.
Definitely.
Right? Bellerin. To me, Bellerin looks like he's 40, bro. Like he's aged bad.
What's up when you go vegan, man?
He's aged bad. Now, Pepe. I want to see Pepe back in it, bro. I want to see Pepe back in it. I want to see Pepe starting. I want to see Pepe on the right-hand side because Pepe offers us more. When you give him the ball, he's running at people. Willian is not really doing that right now. Willian's not doing it for me right now. I'm stressed out from Willian. You know what, Chelsea fans, you were right. You were right, Chelsea fans. Willian is inconsistent. Now, Ainsley, if Bellerin's out, guess what? Ainsley's become the default backup left back. He's never going to start as right back.
Sure.
That's his position. Okay, and then this is it. That's it. Yeah, that's that. Now, let's get into it. It's that time where we need to talk about what's going on at the club. So first, Nicolas Pepe took a swipe at Arteta. Will Arteta take offense to this, or will he just play him?
No, I doubt it. I doubt he'll take offense to it. But what I will say is, you get your opportunity, you've got to go out there and prove everyone that you was right for complaining. If you get your opportunity and you don't take it, just expect that there's going to be a lot of backlash. If he goes out there and drop a 4 or 5 performance today, there's going to be backlash. I'll tell you that.
Okay. Now, after the last result, is it still in the players' minds what happened last game, or do we just move past it?
For me, you know what? I think it's gone now. Like, I don't feel like it should be on your mind. It's been over 2 weeks and a few days. Like, you should have got it out your system. You went and played international football. You come back, you start again. You're ready. You're raring to go. That's the way it should be.
Yeah. Is the Arsenal deal for Cedric starting to look strange, or do you think we'll see We'll see him getting more game time?
That deal will always be strange. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Cedric off come summer, because, as I said, I don't feel it was a deal that was totally down to the club. It was more to do with Raul and agents, just getting the agents deal, doing him a favour really, because the guy was injured for how many months since he came here? I think it was like 2 months he was out for. Then he comes on, he scores a goal. I feel it was just a shortcut decision. Same with Mari. Like, if he was going to sign Mari, I think he would have done it in January. He waited till, say, for instance, summer to do it. So it's a strange deal.
Okay. Now, this is the question for everybody. So Chelsea wins, Tottenham wins, Manchester United wins. This sets the stage for Arsenal to do. What do you guys think? because I personally think we have to win this game. Like there's no if, ands, or buts. We lose this game, we're putting ourselves in a hole. We're going to set ourselves up for a situation where we could lose 6 out of our first like 11 games or something if we lose to Tottenham or Wolves. That's just we just can't have this. There's no more excuses. If we don't win this game today, we have big problems going
Big
forward, and
problem.
even I
Big
have to
problem.
accept it.
Big problems. It
Oh
will
man,
be a total meltdown. Let's just say that the guys that are out, they'll be coming. We all know that.
pitchforks
So
ready.
it's all over to the manager, the players to go out there and have a shift in mentality. We need to have a shift in mentality. We need to go out there and show that we can win games.
Okay. What do you call it? We got some comments here. Not really. What do you call it? If what is he saying? It's all up to Arsenal. Oh man, he's
It's
just
all
trolling.
points to Arsenal loss.
Leeds easy 3 points. Oh man, I don't agree. I mean, Mourinho parked.
Listen, the better team. Listen, this Leeds is not miles away. Let's just say that. It's how Arsenal comes out today and perform. And yes, Arsenal's been in a poor run of form. We get that, but this is not a team that can't just turn it on. I know we haven't seen that yet, but this team's been off for what international break for 2 weeks. You would like to think that they've been working on things and different ideas. Whether it's not going to be a total switching system, at least have a few tweaks in the system that can allow the players to go out there and express themselves freely and get more men going forward. Try and penetrate this Leeds defense because that's the only way you get goals. If you're going to
Yeah,
be sit back and be too rigid, then you're leaving yourself open for 90 minutes to concede. And then when the going gets tough and then you haven't got any ideas, how do you then break out that cycle? Because you went out there not to get goals. So how do you suddenly just shift that mentality to try and win the game? That has to
true.
be done from the start.
Very true. Now, how did we lose to that City side? I personally thought, Kesh, I don't know about you, but my thoughts were that game was for ours for the taking. City were vulnerable. They had a lot of weaknesses, and we did not finish our dinner. We created the two best chances besides City's goal, with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang slipping through. He was onside, and Saka one-on-one against the keeper. But you know what? Put your hand up. Ederson had a good game. Leno did poor pushing the ball into the middle of the pitch, where Ederson, the moment the ball came to him, he got it right out of there, and that was the difference. The difference was the goalkeepers that day.
Difference was the goalkeeper and clinical, people being clinical. At the end of the day, I know people saying City had a second gear, but like this team, as bad as they had chances. I don't think you can say if Arsenal scored their opportunities that City would have shifted it. It's easy to say that because City has won, but I don't think you can say, oh, if Arsenal was 2-0 up into the chances, City was going to suddenly just go, okay, click. We're going to go into a second gear. I don't think you can just say that. Like I remember, I'm watching the Arsenal team back in the day when they was good, and we wouldn't even come out and play well, but we was clinical. One chance and it's a goal. That's the difference.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on to this question. I don't want him sacked. I'm not gonna be calling for his head personally until next season. This time, around this time of the year next season. This is a man who came in and he hasn't had a full season yet. He was signed as a manager for Arsenal. When was it? Just like December 26th or 25th or 24th, one of those days. So it hasn't been a year yet. I'm gonna give him at least more than a year. I'm gonna give him 2 seasons under him. And if we're in the same position next year this time, then I would start turning my head and be like, hey, maybe he's not the right guy. But right now, I'm still backing him fully. And I feel like he's shown enough evidence to support him. So yeah, Kesh, I don't think there's much more to say besides that. I'll let you answer this one. If you guys are going to play pragmatic football, have some unlike Simeone.
The thing is, that's a lot of people that say that. I don't think you've watched Simeone's team that much. I think you lot just watch him in the Champions League and odd games in the Liga. I'm a serial bettor. Like I win money on betting. So there's tons of times over the last previous 2 seasons where I'll bet on Atletico Madrid, and they're not a team to bet on when they're away from home. they struggle away from home. Like there's times when it's just 0-0 at home, 0-0 at home. You're forgetting Simeone plays in a Liga. I don't believe he can come over to the Premier League. If you're a top team in the Premier League and you're drawing all your games away from home, or majority of them, it's going to be the same problem. So everyone's just clutching at straws, saying get a Simeone because he can play pragmatic football. I don't really think he watched that Atletico Madrid team enough.
Mm.
And
Okay.
and that's not me saying he's not a better manager than Arteta, because he is a better manager than Arteta. I'm just trying to show you it's not going to be the grass is greener over at Arsenal if he comes over here. I can tell you we will have the same issues over the course of the season where rival fans are going to say, oh, you're being too defensive. You're not winning games at home. And let's
Yes.
not forget, and you're not winning games away, shall I say. Let's not forget, a top team should be going away from home and winning. But I'm not going to just suddenly say I want Simeone because the grass ain't always greener. And Arteta deserves a chance to at least get a few more players in before I judge him.
Okay. Now, Egal, Arteta has a worse record than Emery in the league. So why do you want Arteta in? One, I backed Emery until he bottled the until he bottled his first season with the Europa League and the top four in the last couple games, right? I backed him going into the next season until what do you call it? It got into a situation where we didn't win a game for 2 months.
I'll
We
take
didn't win
Rafa.
a
I'll
we
take
didn't
Rafa.
we didn't
Rafa's
win.
not.
One
Everyone thinks
second. We'll
Rafa is a
get to
bad
that
manager. He's
question.
not.
We'll get to that question, Kesh. I want to answer this. Emery, we backed. I feel like we both backed Emery until he fucked himself over. Arteta has not been given the time to even do half the stuff Emery's been given. Emery was given a whole season and a half. Arteta hasn't even been given a full season yet. Don't forget, he came in January with a season where everything was messed up. The morale was down. People's heads were gone. People wanted to leave in Xhaka and what do you call it, Aubameyang. This is a completely different situation. Stop comparing knots and crosses. They're not the same thing.
Spurs are a bigger and better club. In what world? Are you living in a cave?
I don't know, bro. Okay, so what comment are you on?
Suba.
Suba, where is he? Is he serious?
He's living in a cave, mate.
Okay, you know what? People are too. Okay, this is a good question. Kesh, would you like to see Kesh and Egal, would you like to see Willick as someone creative and has been exciting? We've been talking about this, Corey Ferguson, Fitzgerald. I mean, we've been talking about this, Mr. Fitzgerald. We've been talking about this for a while. We've been saying he's the closest thing to a likes of Aaron Ramsey in our team. He's the only person who you could say goes forward and joins the attack from the midfield. And if he plays today,
he gives the opposition something to think about. That extra run beyond the strikers, extra body in the box, which is what we've been lacking. Like I feel the less players you got going forward, the less opportunities you're gonna have to score. So Willock is a player who could make a difference in today's game, and I feel the performance he's been putting in deserved some reward for at least being on the bench. So I'm not quite sure what the feeling is behind Arteta leaving him out over the last few weeks, but I feel he deserves to get an opportunity there.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna throw this question to you, Kesh, and the people in the audience, in the background. Tell us, this is a must-win game, but today if Arsenal lose, what's the first thing you're gonna hear?
Same old, really. He needs to go. All of this, but is it simply down to? Is it not? Let me rephrase that. Where do we go from here? Like those that want Arteta out, where do you go from there? What manager are you choosing to bring in? What manager is going to accept this job, knowing that he's not going to receive complete backing? And I'm not talking filling in some holes here and there, and then saying we're going to do it the next summer, because that don't work. Because at the same time, other teams are always improving, so you've got to go full shebang and sort these holes in this team. That's the only way you can play catch up. You can't just add 2 players here and there. Then next summer add another 2. Because you see the likes of Chelsea. Chelsea's went and signed 4 to 5 players this window, and I feel that's the way for Arsenal to get back to challenging for top four, that's the route that they need to be going down it. And I'm not saying it has to be expensive signings, because no, you can buy expensive players and they're still a flop. But what you need to do is show that you're courageous enough to go and add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in different positions who's going to improve or be better at what you want to do, upgrade to all the players that you've already got in your team.
Okay, I put the link in the comments for people to call in. Now, there's been a lot of comments going on, but the one thing I think people are mistaking Arteta for what he's doing now and for what he wants to be. This is I genuinely don't believe this is what he wants to be, because you have to take a man for his word. What he said, when he first came in, is he wants to play attacking football. He doesn't want to be pragmatic, and I feel like Emery said the same thing. So when you have two different managers saying the same thing, and they come in, they see what the tools they have, and they play a certain way. Maybe it's because of the tools they have to their fruition. It's not the manager themselves. But yeah, Natish is in the house. Natish, what are you saying?
Just want to disagree on one thing with Cash. Chelsea got 5-6 players because they spent the money of 2 transfer windows in one.
I understand
We
that.
have, even we got 6 players if you see, but they won't be as expensive as the ones that Chelsea got.
You're taking what I've said about context. I'm not saying we've got to spend like Chelsea. We've got to go and get more than 2 players, more than just a Partey and Gabriel, because that was not the only position that they needed filling. Not even for the last season, for the last 6 seasons, really. There's been a lot of positions that's needed upgrades, and we have not done that. And to think you can just add 2 players and then go again in the next summer, you're still going to be playing catch up. So you've got to go and do it like the way the likes of Chelsea does it. I'm not saying that to be expensive, because a lot of Chelsea transfers was expensive, but you've got to go and get that amount of players.
No, but the budget...
you needed to replace Bellerin. We knew David Luiz was not good enough, but we offered him a new contract, so we needed more than one centre back. Let's not beat around the bush, because I feel a lot of Arsenal fans are starting to beat around the bush. We've always said we needed 4 to 5 players. Some have said even 5 to 7. And you can't do that. You can't go and sign 2 players in one window and then decide that you're going to go again the next 2 summers and do the same thing again. You're always going to play catch up, and there's no way to catch these bigger teams. There's no way you're going to catch the likes of Man City, the likes of Liverpool, the likes of Chelsea, if you're going to do it. What's the word for it? I can't even think of the word right now, because it's just frustrating me.
In a way, conservatively.
Yeah, like, we know what we need to do.
Mm-hmm. Look at this.
That won't happen.
Arwa, Edward, and Ibrahim Conte would cost a total of 140 million. That's realistic.
That's realistic. Arsenal should be spending 150 mil without
that's
even
including.
Do you think that can happen in one window?
It can.
It can. We've done it before. Look at the 72 million we spent on Pepe, plus everything else we bought in that summer. We went over 120.
It's about being smart. We don't do it smart.
No, one more thing.
One
more thing I just want to add. Now that the 1 million almost weekly wage will be gone off our books, now we can probably do that a bit with more comfort. In the past, we had that wage bill, which was a huge bill, and that was the problem. I think even the recruitment now, that is Edu, Vinay, and these guys are waiting for that wage bill to be off at the end of this season, and I am expecting that there will be 4 to 5 signings at least coming at the end of this season.
I agree. Which is why I said I'm willing to give Edu and Arteta at least the next season, because I understand that we've got not even Edu, not even Raul, but the likes of when Wenger left and Gazidis, they left us in such a dire position that we've been trying to catch up financially. Like, Arsenal used to be a team who had money in the reserves. That was never a problem. It's just that we didn't want to spend it. But all that cash reserves has been wasted on terrible signings, terrible decisions of giving players high wages that a lot of them shouldn't really be on. And remember, Arsenal used to have a wage structure that was actually, I used to like it. When we had a wage structure, I used to feel, okay, you can add a few gems on a bit more money. But the likes of Ozil being on 350, let's face it, did he deserve that? He didn't deserve that. Then you got the likes of Kolasinac coming on a free, and you're putting him on over 100. It's little things like that's holding us back. So come the summer when these guys have gone off the wage list, then I'm expecting you that there's no beating around the bush. Like I expect every Arsenal fan to be on the board, on the recruitment team, to go and make these signings happen. There's no way we can go into the next summer or next season by just signing 2 players. I'm going to be outraged. I'll tell you that from now.
The thing
Okay,
is,
yeah.
the fans,
Let's-
the issue is that we turn the manager instead of the board. This is the issue with some Arsenal fans.
Mm-hmm.
They just look straight to the manager, and this is what the Conkies want us to do. Not
Yeah.
look at them, but just look at the manager.
And then you got the likes of people saying, "Oh no, Arsenal spends money. It's the recruitment team." Who's the one that hires the recruitment team? Who's the one that oversees the recruitment team? I don't care about no recruitment team because you can go into any job as an employee. If you get recruited by someone, you're not doing your job properly. It's down to your manager to come and say, "Listen, you're not competent for this job."
Cash, sorry, I've just been listening, and I'm just saying, how do you guys even think this is what's wrong with the Arsenal fans here? That message 104 in reality, yeah, that's twice. We have to pay for players' contracts as well. People forget.
We
It's
know
not.
this,
It's not.
bro.
So the 140 or 150 million is actually about 300 million. So 4 or 5 players, we need to actually spend about 300 million. It's not 200 million. We need to spend 300 million.
If you get,
and that's the problem.
If you get rid of Ozil, then you get rid of half.
Bro, you don't understand.
No,
how
bro,
much-
Players' wages. You pay
Bro, you're not
Guys,
understanding how
players'
much money
wages.
we're
Some of us
saving.
2 to 3
when
players'
you play
wages.
both.
Bro, you know how much we're saving? I already calculated it. We're saving
much are we saving?
1 million a
1
year,
second.
which is 52,
Sahar,
which
you're
is
yelling.
52 million.
Hey,
Yeah,
come
Hello?
on.
yeah. There's no need to yell, bro.
Oh, sorry. I was not yelling. Sorry. I do apologize. It's 52 million we're saving in a year, which is nothing for a football club. That's you guys are saying Ozil's contract and everyone's contract is holding us back. It's only 52 million a year they cost us. How the hell is that holding us back? See, this is delusional, bro. This is delusional. 52 million is holding us back. How's that
No one's
possible?
saying it's holding us back, but they're not going to add players. Remember, if you add players, that means you have to get rid of certain players off the squad rotor, which we have to do with Ozil, we have to do with Surprise. So then you're going to have more than what is already off the thing that can't play, and you have to add it to that. So you're wasting money. It's not that it's holding us back because of the money, it's because of decisions. You can't just take off a Mustafi, an Ozil, a David Luiz and say you're not playing this season. They're not going to do that because financially.
Why not?
Oh, bro, you're saying
Why
why not?
not?
You're thinking from just the fan's point of view. They're not going to do that.
Why not? They're paying them
because they're getting
regardless.
so
Ozil
much-
is getting paid regardless.
It's a lot.
You're making it sound like they're not getting paid.
No, but
Are they-
listen,
hold
if
on.
he doesn't
No,
turn up to
hold on.
training, listen, yeah,
When-
he doesn't get
if-
paid. The reason he
if-
goes to training is to get the extra bonuses, the extra money. Because
Yeah, I understand, but he goes, so we
wage.
can't stop it. You understand?
No,
That's what I'm
it's
trying to
not
tell
about-
you.
It's
Yeah,
not
That's
about
what I'm trying to
Can
training.
you
tell
guys do me a favor? Can you guys do me a favor? The Ozil topic, we can get on this for days. Sahal, let's get on to this next one. Zaha or Pepe? Because people are still talking about this.
Bro,
None
it
of
doesn't
them.
matter.
None
It
of
doesn't
them.
matter.
None of them.
It doesn't matter.
Neither.
They're both
Neither
cool.
right
It doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not about Ozil. It's not about the players we gave a lot of money to. It doesn't matter. Look at the other clubs. You ever don't lie, yeah? You ever talk about the other clubs, yeah? Talk about the wage. Never ever.
Yes, we
Man
do.
United never.
United,
no, they
yes,
don't.
we do.
Oh,
They
bro,
don't.
you
They
can't
don't talk
compare
about the
Man
wage
United,
as much as we.
You can't
We
compare Man
we
United
talk about it
to
more.
Arsenal.
We talk about it more. Don't lie.
You
Bro,
can't compare
Egal, don't
Man United
lie.
to
Who
Arsenal.
talks
I'm
about the
No,
wage
every
bill?
club
How?
talks about the wage bill.
So how?
Nah,
Yeah,
bro. I'm
exactly.
telling you,
No,
bro. We
no,
talk about
no.
it the
Look at
most.
Barcelona. Look at Barcelona.
Exactly, they
Yeah,
pay
but Barcelona are messed up. That's the
Wait,
thing.
can I talk? Can I say something?
So you want Arsenal
Go
to
on.
be that messed up then? That's basically what you're saying.
No,
Cash,
I'm not
Cash.
saying that. I'm not saying that.
Bro,
Did
can
I
I
say
say
that?
something? So how? Be quiet. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Sahal, your volume is too loud, bro. It's hurting people's ears.
I don't know how to turn it down, man.
Alright, cool. So I was gonna say, as rival fans, we do talk about the wage bill a lot. You should have seen United fans how happy they were when Sanchez left. Sanchez was on what 400k a week, bro. We got him off that
500K.
wage bill. United fans were
500K.
celebrating like it was, I don't know, like Jesus just came back down, bro. We talk about these things because they need to be talked about. It's the structure of clubs, bro.
No, but that's one player that got. That is one player that got
That
exactly
exceeds-
too much.
That
That's
exceeds
one
everything
player.
at
Three
Arsenal.
players.
We
wages
talk
with that.
about it to every single player. collection
have
match. We
to,
play.
though.
Talk
You don't
about
understand
everyone.
it. We have to
Wait,
because
so
we're
how?
the
When
only
you have
overpaid
club.
all these
Kolasinac
players.
on
I just
150,
want to say one
these
Overpaid,
things you have to
no.
overpaid,
talk about it.
overpaid. If Kolasinac on a 150k a week, then it needs to be talked about.
So.
Can
Are
I
we
just,
apart from Man United? Yeah, we are the only club whose owners don't put in. So of course we've got to talk about that. Yeah, we have not many clubs that have got owners that are pumping into their club. Do you know
And
that?
just
So
want to
how do
add
you
one.
expect Arsenal to
Sorry.
be a self-sustaining club and say, Mr. Ozil, you're not going to play this year. Mustafi, you're not going to play this year. Shaka, you're not going to play this year. And then go and add more players to this club, and then their wage is going to come on board as well. How do you expect us to maintain? It does
Just
not work
Bro,
like
I
that.
tell you,
Arsenal.
I tell you now. You
Go
just
on.
said end of the year, 52 million is leaving us,
It's more than
regardless. Yeah,
52
Shaka,
mil.
huh?
It's
Say
more
that
than
again.
52. It's more than 52
No, it's
mil.
not. No, it's
It's
52
more than.
million.
It's
No, it's
more than
not.
52
I
mil.
calculated. It's not. It's not.
Alright,
It's
cool.
What did
52
you
million.
calculate? Alright, break us down what you calculated.
Ozil's contract, Kolasinac contract, Mustafi's contract, Socrates contract, and there's about 3 more players that have
David
low
Luiz.
wages.
Who's the 3 more players?
Who's the 3 more
It's
players?
about, I don't know. It's just some random guys.
David
The,
Luiz.
the ones are
David
not. The
Luiz.
big ones are those. Those are the
David
big
Luiz.
ones.
Yes, and you're not remembering that we're still struggling from the fact that we've had a Ramsey who we paid that much money, who's now gone out. The club's still recovering from that as well. You're forgetting that. You're still recovering from the lack of transfer.
Ramsey is gone, bro. He's not
Yes,
in the
but you're
team.
still recovering. You don't understand financial. You don't understand it
How,
financially. You
bro?
don't.
If he's
Bro,
gone,
if
are
you
we not
look,
saving money?
he's
Is
gone, but you're,
does the money go in thin
bro, you're
air?
not understanding.
So how? I'm
Bro,
gonna pray for you.
no,
Bro,
So how?
you
I'm
don't
gonna pray for
understand,
you.
bro.
Can I?
I'm
No
gonna pray for
cash.
you.
Look, yeah.
My God.
Imagine, yeah. I go to the shop, yeah, and the shop says, here's here's the £10 I'm paying every daily. Randomly
Alright.
one day, yeah, he says you don't have to pay £10. That's what
You
we
need
do. Ramsey, we
deliverance.
got
Doesn't
him
work
out
like
for
that.
free.
It doesn't
We
work
got him
like
out
that.
for free.
Bro, it
You need
doesn't
He's
work
deliverance,
gone.
like
my
that.
friend.
We're
You
not
need
paying him
deliverance.
anymore.
You
Bro,
need
you need deliverance,
deliverance.
bro. It doesn't work like that. You had a guy and you've had to replace him. You've had to go and spend. So the money that you spent, you didn't receive from Ramsey. You've had to go spend it from your own pocket to replace him.
No, we didn't replace
Bam.
Ramsey. Who did we replace Ramsey with?
Okay,
No
okay,
one.
You bought.
Okay,
Oh my
stop,
God.
guys.
Who did we
Stop.
bought?
Stop.
How?
Who did we
Actually,
bought?
well,
Partey. That's it.
One second,
can I
Sahal.
just
There's
say
some people who
something?
want to get in. TD,
Can I
what are you
just say
saying?
something real quick? Can I just say something real quick? Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless of what we feel about these players, right? The one escapable fact is that they will be gone in the summer. That's the one escapable fact. Whatever the wages they're on right now, there's one escapable fact. David Luiz, Kolasinac, Mustafi, Socrates, Ozil. I think Lacazette he's got 2 years left on his contract. And at the end of the day, those players will be gone by the summer.
Yeah, so we have to replace all of them. And we better not replace them with academy players. What I will tell you is, Sahal, there's some truth to what you're saying. It may not be the 700 million that we're talking about transfer budget that we're going to get. That's not true. But at the same time, it's not 52 million. One player
Bro,
no. Let me finish, bro.
Yeah, go
One
on.
player by himself, Ozil's contract being off the books, is half of the 52 million you're talking about. Ozil by himself is 24 million, okay? Then you include Kolasinac, Mustafi, David Luiz, Socrates. That altogether, them 4 players, each one, if you take 100K a week, multiply by 52 weeks, how much is that?
52 million.
Bro,
52, what do you call it? That's 5 million each player, right? Am I mistaken?
yeah.
So there you go. Right there. That's another 5 million per player. So that's 5 million, 20 million, 20 million for those 4 players. Just based on if they get 100K a week. But we know they get more than that. So that together, Ozil plus those 4 players, that's where you're getting your 52 million from.
Not so
You're not taking into a factor that they get additional bonuses. They get season-ending bonuses. There's also
Goal
match
bonuses.
There's cup bonuses. There's so many different bonuses included that brings your 52 million all the way to at least 75 to 80.
The thing is, it's not so
Egal,
much.
can I reply?
Go on then.
Can I reply? Because I'll let you guys look. Arsenal are not a dumb team, yeah. The bonuses they got in contracts, yeah, are playing related. So you have to play in order. One sec, sorry.
In a bit. All
You
right.
got season bonuses. I mean, it's not so much what a club spend. Because
We're getting stuck on this topic.
your transfer and your
alright.
wages, is all wrapped up in one. Yeah, but it's not so much what you're spending on outgoing; it's what you're going to be giving your players and wages. And right now, Arsenal wage bill is astronomical. Right now, yeah, it's so much for a club that's only being self-maintained. It's not
Yeah.
like we've got an owner who's putting money in where you can pay for those costs. It's not like that.
And
Okay,
I
so
just want to say one
what
thing.
are we
Sahal
saying?
said that. Sorry, I just want to say one quick thing. Sahal said that it's only one player who has the high wages. You mentioned Ramsey. Why did Ramsey leave? Because he wanted a contract which was similar to Ozil's, but Arsenal did not give him that contract. So
Mhm.
this
So he
is where
went
the
Juve.
problem starts.
And
Yeah.
that's
So
the
this.
thing. See, that's a very good point because you got a guy on Ozil's contract. If you go going out there and saying I want to sign you, there's players going to be demanding close to that figure
It's
that they
true.
might not even deserve. And if they, you can't really say go and say to them, "Go, you can't get that." They're
Let's
gonna say,
move on,
"Well,
guys.
why can I not get it
Alright.
when you're trying to tell me I'm going to come in and be part of your team and your project?"
Okay, let's move on. Lacazette, big problem right now. He's not scoring the goals. He's not getting the goals that we need. What we need from him is to create more opportunities for us as a number 9. That's a false 9 jumping in. Samuel's in the house also. What do you call it? But I know Samuel. I'll let Samuel get on to this first because I know he's been jumping on this topic for a while. Samuel, what are you saying? Lacazette.
was looking hella stressed before just now. My man was looking hella stressed when we're talking about the Arsenal situation. He looks like he's gonna pop a vessel.
Oh man, get on this, bro. What are you saying?
Listen, like I said, I've been saying for a long, long time, he's fell off a cliff. I think that there's no more play in there that we can get out of. Even then, the early chances we create, it forces Lacazette and Egal, Cash. What does he do? Listen,
Fluffs
he
his
takes a chance,
lines. He fluffs it.
fluffs the ball in the air. The warning signs have been there since his first season. I think in Emery season, he missed the most big chances. So listen, the signs were there. I remember when people comparing him in that summer with Man United signed Lukaku, we signed Lacazette and Chelsea Samaretta. And listen, that was probably the worst transfer window ever.
Yeah.
Listen, the sooner Lacazette plays in the team, the sooner we're being held back.
Yo, Kesh, I'm gonna have to go make breakfast and something. But I was gonna wrap it up with the Lacazette thing. What do you guys say?
Wait, do you want to go first or?
He's
No,
a long-term replacement.
I'll let TD go first. TD, what are you saying?
To be honest, I think we need to even make an elected decision whether we're going to get another player that's like Lacazette to replace Lacazette, or we're going to play a Bamford through the middle and we get another winger. It depends on what Arteta wants to do. If he wants to get another winger, then we need to sell Lacazette. If we're going to replace Lacazette with a better version of Lacazette, then we need to sell Lacazette to get a better version of Lacazette, if that makes sense. So it depends on what Arteta decides he wants to do. Because personally, for me, I think Martinelli and Saka are fantastic players, but but however, and we obviously got Willian and Nelson and Pepe on the right hand side. I think personally, for me, I think I would love to see Willian go into the number 10 and Reece Nelson and Pepe to shout it out for the right hand side. To be honest. But I think personally for me, if I have to make an elected decision and I'm in charge, personally for me, I think we should replace Lacazette with a better version of Lacazette. Someone like, I don't know, EG, for example, I don't know, Musa Dembele, for example. As an example, I'm not saying that we're going to get him. I'm just saying I'm using him as an example. If we're going to go for a winger, then I'd probably say maybe David Neres from I think from Ajax.
Yeah.
And
David Neres.
David Neres.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I know you guys probably won't believe me, but believe it or not, he's only got a £45 release clause. Believe it or not, and he's quite virtually cheap, and he's young, and he's Brazilian, so it all ticks all the boxes. So
if I'm being real,
Yeah.
we're gonna go for a cheap option, and Milik is sort of free when transfer next.
Yeah, TD, thanks for coming on, bro. I'm gonna be shutting it down, so everyone's gonna be leaving after they say their final point. You have anything else you got to say before you leave?
I just want to say real quick that I want to bring up my boy Samuel, Egal, Cash, and all that stuff. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and obviously living in Australia is a fucking nightmare because it's all freaking early morning times. It's like the game today is like 3 a.m. in the morning. Jesus Christ. And you know, and I just want to say I love your show. Keep it up, man. And hopefully I'll jump on later after the game or during the game if you want to send me the link afterwards, and we can have a chat then. Yeah?
All right, man. Peace out, bro.
Everton,
Epic Nun. Yo, I'm gonna be ending the show, so there's no point. I'll see you later next time, okay?
Bro, Everton are 1-0 up inside 44 seconds.
Yeah,
Who scored?
Calvert-Lewin.
My fantasy.
Doing it for my
BBC
fantasy
One,
team.
innit?
Doing it for my fantasy team.
Yo, Sahal,
Yeah.
closing statements.
Closing statements. Season is over. I've been telling you guys.
Arteta out.
We're not. Nah, I'm not. You know what? I'm not Arteta out though. That's the thing. That's the funny thing. It doesn't matter who's the manager. You know, we had Wenger. Arteta might get fired. I'm telling you, yeah, we get new manager. Same shit is gonna happen, man.
Statements.
Guys, wake up, man. Wake up, guys. It's the same thing again and again.
We know the same thing's gonna happen because they're not gonna get back. We know
Bro,
that.
it's 8 games into the
Respect to
season.
Sahal, bro.
13 more games to go.
Sahal stands his ground from the first day of the season. Yo, why is your name Arteta out, Chris? Change your name.
All right, cool.
Ollie in.
Yeah, Ollie in, 100%. I'm joking.
Okay,
Yeah, there you
Ollie
go.
in, bro. I'll see you later, bro. Yo, beyond the post, Nitish. Before we wrap up, what are you saying?
With respect to Lacazette, Arteta, which topic? The Lacazette one?
No, just closing remarks on the game. Before
I think we should be winning. I think we should be winning. If we don't win, then there will be another Twitter riot, as you know, as it keeps happening, and people will go crazy. They will want him gone, and everyone who has been like a bit skeptical will trend towards the side of Arteta out, and you will see all posts going up on Twitter as it always happens. I think he needs to be given more time because the fact of the matter is that this squad needs a lot of changes. Just one quick point. You say that Lacazette needs to be out of the team. The problem is there is no better player in the squad to replace. You can try the Aubameyang center thing, which everyone is suggesting, but there is no better player than Lacazette right now on the bench. Martinelli maybe coming in can be the solution. So that is in that similar way, there need to be better players on the bench who can replace the first team players and play regularly. If that is the case, then I think Arteta will have no problem in dropping some of the players from the first team. So I think we need to give him more time, as I said. And a lot of Arsenal fans say that when I tell them that you need to be a bit more patient, they say that we have been patient for 15, 16 years. How much more patient do you want us to be? But you need to remember that is neither Emery's fault nor Arteta's fault or not the fault of the next manager coming in. The person's that fault it was is already out of the club right now. So we need to trust the managers that are coming in a bit more.
True. That's a good point. Thanks, Nitish. Hold it down, my friend.
Sure. Thank you.
Samuel, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say like next summer we got big free transfers coming. David Alaba, Milik, even Messi's gonna be on the free next summer. I'm just saying
He's
Arsenal.
not picking Arsenal, bro. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Messi's not picking Arsenal.
But on the
Yo,
game.
Kesh looks like he's watching the game right now. He's stressed.
Yeah, I'm watching it as well.
No.
I'm watching the Everton one. Was it? Yeah, on the final point, I think we're gonna be in big trouble if we don't win today. If we win, this could be. If we win, you know, this could be a turning point in our season. So we have to win. I'll say 2-1 Arsenal.
There you go. All right, bro. Hold it down. Yo, Kesh, closing statements. What are you saying?
Just go and fucking smash him, innit?
Simple. Just go fucking smash him. And for me, to all you people, all you haters, we're going to win this game. And when we win this game, the Arteta out people, I want to see if they have the same energy. Pussy holes.